I've been to many homecoming games since I came to university school, and I think the one that's the most meaningful for me was the homecoming game at which you were selected as the head of our school. To the seniors seated at the front, congratulations. Induction into the Cum Laude Society is a distinguished achievement, one that acknowledges not only your exceptional academic performance, but also your character, honor, and integrity. You embody our motto every day. You are role models at US, and your accomplishments and your impact extend far beyond these walls. You have proven yourselves time and time again. We are so very proud of you. Success is built on a foundation of hard work, determination, self-discipline, and goal setting. But today, I'd like to add something to that foundation, the value of being open-minded. I want to share a perspective with you, one that encourages you to remain driven and goal-oriented, while also being flexible and open to opportunities that may arise. Life has a way of presenting us with circumstances that can alter our paths, sometimes in ways we least expect. Here are a few examples of how unplanned opportunities changed the course of my life, from my college years to my teaching career. 47 years ago, I entered the College of Worcester as a music major. My plan was clear. I was going to teach music and play the trombone in an orchestra. I had taken every course in music that I could in high school. I'd played in 5 different bands, and I had no intention of pursuing anything outside of music. But as part of my curriculum as a music major, I had to take one science class. From the course catalog, I chose one that fit into my schedule. It was geology, a subject I knew nothing about, just thinking that it would simply satisfy the requirement. Little did I know, I'd fall deeply in love with the subject and find a passion for learning so consuming that it never felt like work. By the time I was a senior, I had defended a thesis on the geology of the Las Vegas Valley. I kind of caught the research bug, and I decided to go for a graduate degree. While discussing my options with a professor, he suggested that I consider Rice University, a smaller school in Houston, rather than the larger schools I had already applied to. Initially, I was reluctant to consider this suggestion because I already filled out 7 or 8 applications, and you guys know how much fun that is. And I'd really never heard of Rice. But I kept an open mind, investigated it, and found that Rice had a growing polar research program. By August, I was on the Rice campus, and by graduation, I had made 2 expeditions to Antarctica and had job offers from several universities. That one moment of openness shaped the trajectory of my career. In 1989, I finally made good on the Future Teachers of America scholarship that had been given to me by Eastlake North High. I found myself teaching 4 classes of 6th grade Earth Science students at Shadyside Academy. While I had the content down, I knew that there was a lot to learn about teaching. One day, I went over to the University of Pittsburgh and knocked on the office door of a professor just to ask about classes that could be helpful. He happened to be writing a grant proposal at that moment to develop new approaches to teaching middle school Earth and space science. Excuse me. I ended up taking his graduate course on science learning, and he included me in his grant application. The project was funded, and 4 years later, I had a doctorate and was teaching in the college. And all of this started with a knock on the door. A few years ago, Dr. Laude encouraged me to try problem-based learning. While looking for a project for my geology class, I learned that McFarland Creek was eroding people's yards in canyon lakes. So I went down to the stream. When I got there, I found myself staring at a 14-foot-high vertical stream bank. This was a daunting and very unfamiliar situation, and it really gave me pause about trying a new approach. But instead of dismissing it, I embraced the challenge. I dove into the literature. I found a civil engineer in Georgia who was really passionate about helping teachers study streams. He made 3 trips to Ohio over the next 3 years to work with my students. He donated equipment to the school, and he helped me attend national stream restoration workshops. My students worked on this problem for 3 years. They interacted with engineers all across the country, wrote reports and gave talks to homeowners, and they laid the groundwork for a grant to restore the stream. I wasn't expecting to struggle with such a difficult problem this late in my career, but I'm now thinking about ways to expand stream education in my retirement. These stories illustrate that success isn't just about sticking to a plan. It's about staying open to the unexpected, adapting when necessary, and seizing opportunities that may seem small at first. Life will sometimes invite you to change course, and embracing these moments can lead you to places that you never imagined. As you move into the next chapters of your lives, remember that flexibility and curiosity are just as important as determination. Opportunities often arise from unexpected places, and the journey you're about to embark on is rarely a straight line. It's the twists, the turns, and the surprises that are going to make the path worthwhile. Wherever your journey takes you, I wish you all the best.